The Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs will meet at M&T Bank Stadium, with the winner going to Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas. The story writes itself. Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, Taylor Swift, the Kelsey family. Sunday is going to be a must-see main event at the bank. I'm going to give you my initial thoughts and preview and things I'm looking forward to seeing as we get ready for Ravens Chiefs, the AFC supremacy. Sports just has a funny way of working things out. Back in 2019, we all thought this was the matchup that we would see in the AFC Championship game as the Ravens were the number one seed. Unfortunately, that did not happen. This coming Sunday, the Ravens return to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2012, the first time hosting an AFC Championship game at M&T Bank Stadium. And who else will be the opponent other than the reigning, defending, undisputed National Football League Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs? This is a classic matchup. This is like getting Kobe and LeBron in the finals. Mahomes, who's now going to 6 straight conference championship games. First one on the road. Lamar Jackson, presumptive MVP, which will give him 2 MVPs. The Kansas City Chiefs, evil empire, the tribal chiefs, if you're familiar with WWE and the Roman Reigns story, how he is the head of the table. Patrick Mahomes is the head of the Chiefs table, the head of the NFL table. He is the man. He is the guy. He is the one that everyone is shooting to aim to take down. And it's got to be Kansas City Chiefs fatigue because now the Ravens are the up-and-coming babyface that everyone loves. Lamar Jackson. Everyone loves rooting and cheering for him right now because teams are not only going to root for the Ravens, but they're going to root against the Kansas City Chiefs because they're tired of seeing them every year in the conference championship game, every year in the Super Bowl, every year finding a way to defy the odds and make it back to a championship game. The Ravens have their work cut out for them. I said whoever won out of the Chiefs and the Bills would not make it an easy game for the Ravens. The Chiefs just seem to have the Bills' number, especially in the playoffs. And Patrick Mahomes proved yet again, no matter the odds are stacked against him, the deck is stacked not in his favor. Guys are hurt. He doesn't have the best weapons offensively. His offensive line could be a little shaky at times. He gets the job done. Andy Reid and John Harbaugh, that's another storyline. Andy Reid coached. John Harbaugh was on the staff for 9 years. Harbaugh was with them with the Eagles. And now Harbaugh is building a Hall of Fame legacy in his own right. And as I said earlier in my preview, Andy Reid's one of the 5 greatest coaches of all time. That's going to be a storyline. The whole Taylor Swift and Kelsey family, the Kelsey brothers and Kelsey, Mama Kelsey and Daddy Kelsey in the building. That's going to be a storyline all week. How do the Ravens contain Travis Kelsey? How do they contain Isaiah Pacheco? How do they get pressure on Patrick Mahomes, who didn't get sacked today? How do they contain a Rashee Rice, who seems to be emerging and turning into that number 1 receiver the Chiefs needed? And Steve Spagnuolo, that defense, one of the best defensive coordinators of all time. He brings great blitz packages. He's done it against Brady. He did it today against Josh Allen. And in the second half, he made the great adjustments to shut down the Bills' offense. The defense they have, Chris Jones, he can get pressure from every place on the line. George Karlaftis. William Gay, if he's back, he's a guy who can spy Lamar, like we saw with Christian Harris yesterday. Sneed, Sneed, the corner, just gave up his first touchdown today. McDuffie, all pro. Justin Reed. I mean, they have weapons in the secondary. They play tough, physical, man-to-man defense, and they bring pressure. They're going to bring it after Lamar, much like we saw yesterday. They're going to contain and do whatever they can to keep Lamar from running, like we've seen today from Josh Allen, kind of the similar game plan. The Chiefs are stingy with the running game. They don't give up a lot of yards running, even though the Bills did have a good job running the football today. I do kind of think they got away from it in the second half, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be nip and tuck. I said whoever won this game today was going to make it tough and not make it easy for the Ravens. But this is the matchup I called for. This is the matchup I wanted all season because this would prove to me that the Baltimore Ravens, led by Lamar Jackson, are ready to take the next step into the upper echelon of elite teams and be ready to really bring home a Super Bowl championship back to Baltimore. Like I said, we got all we can talk about it. It's a lot of storylines. How does the Ravens O-line hold up against the pass rush of the Chiefs? How does the running game of the Ravens work against their rush defense? How do the receivers and tight ends, we hopefully get Mark Andrews back, make plays against their corners and linebackers? Special teams wise, you got two of the better kickers in the league, Harrison Butker and, of course, Justin Tucker. Two of the best quarterbacks. I mean, we've seen the two out of the best three. We've seen Josh Allen and Mahomes today. We're going to see Lamar Mahomes for the first time in the playoffs. This game is going to really, really be heavily, heavily important for the Ravens. They have to play a clean game. They can't commit stupid penalties. They cannot turn the ball over. They have to find a way to contain Patrick Mahomes on third down, not let him extend drives, not let him make plays outside the pocket, even with his legs. Pacheco, Kelsey, Rashee Rice is turning into a number one receiver. We saw Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a big time catch today. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with a big time catch today. This team finds a way, no matter how the odds are stacked against them. They seem to get the bounces their way. Even with the fumble today by Harmon, they find a way with the fake punt stop, the penalties, the calls. It just seems to always go their way because they are that championship team, that model of consistency, much like we saw with the Patriots. They are the new dynasty in the NFL. And it's the Ravens' time to put up or shut up. The Bills, they had to shut up because they couldn't put up yet again. But now we will see what the Ravens bring to the table. I do think the Ravens will be ready. I do think they'll be focused. I do think they will be up to the task and they will be locked in. But it's a lot of things that the Ravens are going to have to do to ensure that they can walk away with victory next Sunday. But I want to hear from you guys. Sound off in the comments. Ravens flock, Chiefs Kingdom, NFL fans, Flex Zone family. How are you feeling about this game? Are you looking forward to it? Are you nervous if you're a Ravens fan? Are you having Kansas City Chiefs fatigue? Against Mahomes? Are you rooting for Mahomes? Are you happy to see two black quarterbacks battling it out to see who goes to the Super Bowl? It's gonna be so many storylines, man. I can't wait to unpack it this week. I mean, my preview's gonna be in depth, probably like I've never done before. We're gonna break it all down. We're gonna look at each aspect of this game: offense, defense, special teams, coaching, and it's gonna be intriguing to see what happens. The Ravens have their work cut out for them. I'm sure they'll be ready. I'm sure the coaches are already at work the game plan. Harbaugh knows Andy Reid as well as anybody. And I think Lamar Jackson is ready to take the crown from the tribal chief. This is like the Chiefs are the big time heel, dominant heel who's been holding the belt for a dominant amount of time, a record amount of time. And you got the up and coming baby face who's looking to break through, struggling and facing adversity multiple times. It's going to be a fun week, Ravens Rock. Let me know how you're feeling in the comment section. Sound off down below. Hit the like button, hit the bell, subscribe if you're new. Chiefs Kingdom, Ravens Flock. It's going to be a big time week. AFC Championship game, 3 p.m. CBS. Winner advances to the Super Bowl. Loser goes home. Stay tuned. Hit the bell. This week's going to be fun. We're going to be breaking it down, talking about it tomorrow on the Flex Zone podcast. Ravens preview coming up this week. Post game after both conference championship games on Sunday. And videos in between there as well. We have to look at how this game is going to play out from every aspect. But this is my early thoughts. Just wanted to break the news. Ravens, Chiefs. It was supposed to happen in 2019, but it's funny how the Hollywood writers couldn't even write this better themselves during strike in their wonderful high rises up there in California, because this is what we wanted. These are the two best teams in the AFC, probably two of the best teams in the league, and they're going at it to decide who makes it to the Super Bowl. gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. Get your popcorn ready. Get your high blood pressure medicine. If you need an adult beverage, whatever you do, be ready because we're gonna need all hands on deck as you're going to the game. We're gonna need you to be loud. We got a full week to talk about it here on the Flex Zone Podcast. Ravens, Chiefs, so many storylines. We'll get into all of that and so much more throughout the week. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, sound off in the comments, let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button, hit the bell. It's Flex Zone Podcast, Ravens, Chiefs, Sunday for the AFC Championship game. I'll see you guys later on the channel with more content.